Well, today is Easter Sunday, and I came to Britannia, where I grew up, and we are at the port over here of Britannia. Came and spent Easter Sunday with my baby sister. She made a beautiful, delicious lunch for us.
I dream of sailing. You know I always dream of sailing. Take me far away. Sailing. You know I always dream of sailing. Freedom on the seas, my love. Dancing on the waves toward places we don't know. Loving life Mercado style and steady as we go. I dream of sailing.
Reminiscing the days of my childhood. Reminiscing the days of my childhood. It's funny how life goes. One time, as a kid, it was a special day. I don't know where it was, that most families would come over here to the port, and the guys that had fishing boats, like a big canoes kind of thing, and they would give tours. So they would fill it up with people and go out for a boat ride out that way a little bit, not too far out. But I was so terrified that as soon as I got on the boat, I started crying. And it's just how life changes. And now we actually live on the boat. And yeah, at that time, like that, I remember and shaking my head every once in a while because I can't believe how terrified I was of these waters. But anyway, and here I am traveling these waters these days. This is quite a hike. The pitch on this has to be close to 30 degrees. Not 45, but it's steep as hell. Steep. This is the Azores. No guardrails, no signs. Do not climb up, do not step. You're at your own risk. The sound of the waves crashing into the rocks. Look at all the lime on this stone.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I gotta say, that crack over there, the separation up, going across that rock, plus that loose one over there, this doesn't look like it's gonna be something that's gonna be up here for the next 100 years. Maybe shorter, but that looks like that's getting ready to cave in. This is amazing cliff over here. Straight up, So this over here used to be a natural spring. I wouldn't consider it to be like a waterfall because it wasn't wide, but there was a constant runoff of water, like I said, like a natural spring that used to come down this alleyway. See the hole on the ground? Yeah, that's where that was full of water all the time. So this was back in the day. Whaling was a big thing over here, as it was in many parts of the world. So this was the whale house. So when the fishermen would go out and haul their whales in behind their skiffs or their boats, fishing boats, they would come up to this port, and then there would be rings and things set onto the ground that they would pull the whales up. Or in portions, I don't know exactly how, because that was before my time. Whaling was already not a thing happening very strong over here when I was a kid. Wow, this is a tough walk.
Wait till you go up.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Yeah, I knew these waters very, very well. As a kid, I would a safe spot for swimming for those that did not know how to swim like me would be in this pond right here. You know, and the water does come in once in a while, so it would stay clear and clean, but you know, that was the safe swimming area. So I would swim over here once in a while. My sister apparently as a kid had a bad experience over here, where somebody gave her a floaty to go into that water, and then a large enough wave came and pushed the guy that she was with, the family member, and he lost his balance. He went diving into the rocks. He was all bloody. So of course my sister got a real scare and the fear of the water on that particular day.
Okay, I'm out of here.
And today is a beautiful day. We got almost no wind. It's not going to be the same story for tomorrow. Tomorrow there'll be some heavy winds coming our way. But we've had no wind. Where last week we had massive winds. Massive winds, and all coming from the north, which is this. We're facing north right now. That's north right that way. So we had winds at 40, 50 knots over here. So my sister who lives up that way, a little ways with a view to this, she said that all she could hear was the waves crashing into the hillsides. She doesn't have a port on that side, but so when it gets rough over here, it really gets rough.
Can you end this on
Yeah.
No.
She says we can't imagine this from up top on how big the waves are. Where? No.
Nessa pedra aqui.
It haven't touched Madeira.
Não.
Ah, tuven. Crabs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I see them. Crabs on the top of
Yeah.
those rocks over there.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lapas is
Lá
a
para
shell.
agora deve ter aqui.
It's a shell. It's a shellfish, kind of flat, and it attaches itself really tight to the rocks. And you pick it with a knife like a butter knife or even with another shell of the same type. And once they poke out a little bit, you unwedge it from the rock, and it makes, you can eat them raw, live, which you know, it takes an acquired taste to it. Very marine, salty, tasty. It's good. Some people die for it. Me, I can have one or two, but also you can make like a rice stew with them. You know, you boil it and they separate from the shell, and it makes a really good addition to rice. What would you call that? The rice with it? So my sister says it's marine rice. Marish. How would you say marish?
Ocean?
Yeah.
Ocean rice? No.
How would you say marish? Marish gets sea. That's all I know. So sea rice, I guess, with those lapas.
I'll have to look it up. I always look at English to Portuguese.
On the small ones, they go pretty good, but if you catch them in there, rather large, because they can be fairly large, the outer muscle of it is pretty hard and chewy. If you go to chew it. But I guess most people eat it like an oyster. You know, you don't.
Yeah, it's more of an appetizer.
Yeah, you don't chew it though. You know.
Right.
Yeah. We survived it on the way down. I am not sure we're gonna survive the way up. So we're gonna survive? Can you get us so I can jump on your back? You carry me a little ways, then I carry you a little ways. You only walk halfway.
I would pay to see that. Além da desgraça dos ombros, não, as costas, não.
All right, you carry me just for a short while, and I'll carry you for a long while. Yeah. Yeah, this is a steep uphill walk for somebody who's not used to it. And I'm not used to it. That's it. I'm going to stay here. We'll go get the car. Come and get me.
Okay. First, yeah. Come and sit down, babe.
The weakling have to sit down and rest. They're complaining that they can't walk the rest of the way. Imagine that.
Who was the first one that wanted to be carried?
That's irrelevant. I was just trying to take advantage of a good thing. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. We'll struggle on our own on this one. 1 hour later, we're still climbing.
Yes, we are. Going down was good. Going.
4 hours later. But we are home, still on an uphill climb. Can you imagine? And we just came from down there. So this is my sister's home over here. Used to be her grandmother. And it's funny that I say her grandmother because she's not my grandmother. When we were kids and we were split up, where my father had to kind of put us up for with families to have a better life. Anyway, my baby sister was only 18 months when my mother died, came and lived with this family, which they owned all these houses up on this hill over here. Her father, first owned that one right over there in the center, and her grandmother used to own this one. Me, I went and lived further down. Can't see it. Okay. And like I was saying a little while ago, so my baby sister came and lived in this house when she was a baby. Those people brought her up. As a kid, I'm the only one. She only knew of me. She did not know of our family. I'm the one who used to tell her I was her brother. Because she had no idea. She was 18 months when she was taken to come and live with these people. But me, I came, unfortunately, not to live too far away from her. That white house right there with a chimney that you see, there's a pine tree, what do you call it, behind it. Well, the house right now is white, but that's never been white, and that's only primer. So they're gonna change that color. That house, oh my God, I can't point, I'm zoomed in. Right there. Yeah, with that skinny chimney and the pine tree behind it. That was my house. Being renovated right now. Some family from Poland bought it and they're renovating. And the yellow building right next to it, that used to be the boys' school. And that was the school that I went to, right alongside. Now, that was a big house. At the time, that was the biggest house in the village. But right now, there's probably some a bit larger than that one. Came over. I was willing to sell my boat to take that house, but these people were spending more to renovate it than what my boat was worth, and they were not interested in selling it for whatever they bought it for, or close to it, to make a small profit. You know, they had no interest in selling, basically. Amazing childhood. And these lands, actually, back here, all these lands, most of them were mines. We used to cultivate the field right over here. I used to spend a lot of time on these fields, and we used to plant different things on it. So, yeah. You know, there were, I guess, three ways of people making money or supporting their families on this part of the island, and most of the island. You were either a fisherman, you were a landowner and cultivated a lot of crop, or you owned cattle and you were a herder. So, you know, that's the three. The richest people in here were herders, and us, because we owned, like I said, a lot of land, more so than most of these people. So these people, a lot of them would work lands. So they would work for us during the season of harvesting corn or wheat or fava bean or batajal, which is you know, sugar beets. So, you know, that sort of stuff. And then the cattle people, they would have cows and oars, and they would come and till our land for us, and you know, and it's the cycle. And then the fishing port, of course, was where we were this morning, where we went for the walk. And you know, most of the fishermen actually used to live on that top street. But, you know, I left out of here when I was, I think, 11 years old. So this is where I lived. And then when I was 11, I went to Ponta Delgada, which is where we are right now. My aunt lived on the next division over, which is Santa Clara. And so I went to live with my aunt, my father's sister, and she had 2 sons and 2 daughters. And me and her older son were 1 year apart in age. We pretty much terrorized Ponta Delgada. Anyway, it's all part of growing up and becoming who you are. Anyway, that was it. So I kind of like had a messed up childhood because, till the age of 5, I was where my parents were in Santa Barbara. I think I've shown that in the past. Small house, that's where my father and my mother lived until my mother passed away. So I was over there, so I got to know some of my little kids' friends that lived around the area, or were friends of my brothers or whatever. And then I came over here, meet a whole bunch of new kids, and stood here. And then went to Ponta Delgada and, didn't meet a lot of kids over there because, like I said, it was my cousin and I pretty much. We were standalones and we would just play together, make slingshots and great. And my cousin and I went to school just to be. We knew we were going to stay there. We knew we were coming to the United States in a few months. So we were nothing but disruptive. So it was out. So anyway, yeah, that was it. Oh.